Sunsfan here with Cinderin, OG versus Falcons. And yeah, Doom last pick. This hero has not looked good in this tournament at all, but it is Amar playing it, so I expect him to somehow just absolutely destroy. To be able to do that with literally anything he picks.
Saberlight crushed a game last night with Doom.
Okay.
So it's just when we cast that it doesn't do well. So this will be the true test. It's Falcons with Doom. Either Doom is going to look good or Falcons will lose, Shannon. We can't have both. Oh, well, technically can't have both.
Yeah. And the Doom itself, of course, they talked about the Lesh being the main recipient. I mean, it's also good against Lifestealer because Feast is just, it's not going to heal the Lifestealer at all. Goes through Rage as well.
Yep.
But we'll see how
Yeah,
it
they were
works out.
focused a lot on dooming Lesh. I think dooming Lifestealer is a very valid play this game. Especially if Dragon Knight goes Mage Slayer, then you can solve the Lesh partially that way. And then dooming the Lifestealer out gives DK as well as Naga a much safer fight. So, we'll see. The options are definitely there for the side of Falcons. Interesting to see how Amar starts this one out on the Doom. I think that is going to be the hero we'll be talking about in the start of the game. He's running 5 branches, which is quite unusual item build here to start. And then he will be turning that into an early Helm of Iron Will. This item has been nerfed twice. It is now down to 4 armor, 4 regen. Yep. Still good. Just goes to show how ridiculous it was when it gave 6 and 5. Costs the same as well. Don't think this is that bad of a lane for Doom.
No. Flamebreak will only hit Seb. And his crit is going to try to harass as much as possible for Amar to get the free farm here. And Effie brought up the fact that Tomato will likely be buying a Mjolnir. Could honestly go Radiance as well. We did see that the other day.
Yeah.
It's good against Illusions as well.
Radiant's definitely good here.
Is there a preference that you would have?
Can you go both?
Ooh, that feels like you're double dipping.
Armlet, Radiance, Mjolnir? Is that terrible? Sounds pretty good, I think.
That's a whole lot of no stats.
Well, the Armlet is a lot, but the Armlet against Doom is always something. Well, I guess it's not anymore, right? You can toggle now.
I feel like you have to get St. Joshua this game, so getting that as a 4th item doesn't sound very good to me.
Can you actually counter Doom with Armlet? Is that where we've come to? You can toggle between the damage ticks so you don't die?
I doubt it, Cinderin.
Why not? Doom does damage every second, right? It's 1 damage instance per second. That's very easy to toggle, and you can now use items while you're doomed, right? I would think.
You can use items, but I don't know that's how it works with the extra HP.
It would be ironic, because that was specifically one of the reasons you really didn't like playing against Doom with Armlet, was that you couldn't switch it off.
Right. We'll see if he ends up buying it or not. Is Tomato getting down to half HP, is snaking in the bottom lane. Will somehow live as Skeeter on his patented Naga Siren.
Yep, he's the only one, apparently. Not sure how he gets a patent for this hero.
It is, come on. From Tundra? This is what they ran in TI?
Why is it patented?
It's patented by him, because he's picking in every meta. Doesn't matter if the hero's good or not. It is good right now, of course.
I feel like generally when we talk about patented hero-player combinations, it's something like, you know, you go a special build.
No.
You can't just own a hero.
He owns it.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
All right.
You'll see.
As you wish.
But do you agree with the assessment of the panel that Falcons have the upper hand with the draft, or do you think OG has a better shot this time around? I mean, there's definitely no Huskar type.
It's way more even than last game, because I think last game is just a slam dunk out draft for me. This one is more even. I will say that if OG don't build any advantage leading into the later portion of the mid game, I'm a little bit concerned about how they handle the Doom plus Naga combination. Because as far as pushing out the lanes against Naga, Lifestealer is not great. Even if he goes counter Naga items, it still takes a while, and you're showing on lanes. You're not out on the map being dangerous with potential infest bombs. And the supports, Wind Ranger not the best at killing Naga illusions exactly. Tiny is okay. So it's kind of mainly falls to Lesh to, I'm always going to call it clean up the trash when it comes to illusion waves. It's just annoying. It's a chore.
Alright. Oh, he gets
nice
blocked by the
surround.
illusions,
Still
by the
okay.
patented pick from Skeeter. That is the Naga Siren, in case you were wondering.
Right. You're reminding me of a cast from last night where SVG somehow managed to say 23 Savage, best Morphling in the world. Probably 25 times that cast. And he didn't have a great game and lost, so that was... You're really setting up Skeeter here for success. He is currently... Oh, now he's not lowest CS in the game among the core, so that's okay. Amar,
Ghoul Frenzy. Amar will fall. First blood for Tomato, and that is definitely what OG needed this game.
Crit was off killing a courier, so no backup there for Amar, and just gets walked down by the Lifestealer.
That's what tends to happen.
Yep. Still, despite this death, I would say Doom doing quite well here in the beginning. BZM really bringing it to Malrine here. Big wave as well. TP support from the CM.
Oh, BZM doesn't know though. Snake King with the Frostbite. Malrine just barely lives, has 2 levels of that Dragon's Blood. And now BZM, he does get to the high ground, so Malrine can't really follow it up. But might be missing some XP here.
That's
might
still...
be able to get the bounty though. That is something.
If he gets a bottle refill, this is a quite nice win for BZM, because he forced the rotation from the CM. It's giving Whisper some space.
Flame Break onto Seb. He's just going to TP out. Oof, gets really low. Actually TP'd to the tier 1, so...
Might have been a potential kill if Amar had held the Infernal Blade there.
Tomato is going to be left alone for a bit now. Seb's going to have to heal up. Yeah, very interested in the itemization for Tomato once he gets these phase boots. Yeah, I don't know what the interaction with the armlet is, but if it's good, he will certainly buy it. Flame Break into the Dragon Tail. Really nicely placed from Crit. BZM takes the tumble, so mid lane advantage now.
I just noticed a funny detail. You know when you click on people's heroes, you can see their sticky buy on the right?
Yeah.
All right, everybody in the game has an item on sticky buy that's the same, which is Town Portal, with the exception of Amar.
Yeah.
Has Refresher Orb.
I thought we had this discussion.
Have we had this before?
Maybe that was Kezin. I get you two mixed up all the time.
It's just so funny. We're actually just the same person, so that's fine.
Firefly with the blood grenade. Gonna try to potentially deny himself. No, goes to BZM for the help. Lightning Storm is in now. Crit looking for the deny, but Seb will follow through with the kill instead.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yep. OG taking some damage on the mid tower in return, but not too bad. This will be the first Dragon form expiring soon, and the siege creep has died, so should be the end of this push. As a matter of fact, Malrine, actually, nice shackle.
Yep, toss back into BZM. Gets off the Dragon Tail. Is that enough time? Yes.
Heads up.
Good attempt from OG.
He knows BZM doesn't have a point in Split Earth, so he just goes instantly for the stun TP out. Quite interesting to see BZM go this build, by the way, the 0-3-2. You would think a point and stun against Dragon Knight would be nice, but he's actually very out-leveled on the Lash. Now he gets a 6.
I mean, it is 31-14. It's 14 denies. Pretty good. But the CS still is fine for BZM. It's Malrine. Looks like it'll be the quick blink for him.
Not to be mistaken for Swift Blink, which is a different item.
Amar's shackle. Tomato is there as well. Only question is who will snag the kill. It's BZM.
Crit will steal a stack in the meantime, as much as he can anyway. Won't get all of it.
Not
BZM
bad,
will clean
though.
up a decent amount. I think Crit didn't get a single neutral item there, so a bit unlucky.
Yep, Avalanche. Ari looking for the toss. Oh, not quite in range.
Structures are fortified.
The pressure.
That gives some space for Malrine to push the tower.
Yep. This is Dragon Knight mid 101. Don't give them any breathing room. You're just constantly pressuring this tower with the Dragon form to force rotation. And it will eventually fall here. Whisper, interesting rotation here.
He gets the rebuke, but he's spotted.
He's
Frostbit.
5. It will be
Like
enough.
Snake King is going to have to be sacrificed. Malrine and Crit now on the run. 4 members of OG hightailing their way here with BZM's haste leading the way. Not going to be able to actually follow it up thoroughly, though.
Very adamant about defending that mid tower. When you rotate over level 5 Mars to kill the Maiden, just to stem the bleeding there, that really goes to show you're die-hard protecting this, but it will all be for naught, as it will die now if Malrine hits it one more time. All right,
just trying to make sure that there's no deny to come out. Yeah.
Should just deny it now, honestly, BZM. There's like, I don't feel like it's worth trying to bait this or leaving it there. Well, Arena will be getting it any second now.
Crit.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are turning this into something. Nope, they definitely aren't. All right.
Both sides are a little bit timid there, but...
All right, Malrine failing the CS against the creep wave. It's
That's a non-banner creep wave, by the way. Just
he lets the tower go to his sponsor. I think that's a fair trade-off.
Shackle. Do they have the damage? Seb is the one taking the brunt of the damage. Snaking there with the Frostbite. It's enough. Ari gets the Ava toss. Snaking back into the fray. There's the Mars Arena. Whisper showing up with a huge rebuke. 2 dead, just like that for Falcons, and Malrine is next. If they... okay, that would have been really bad. So 3 kills for OG, as Amar will be able to TP out.
Really nice response from Whisper, and so fast too. He's just there in an instant, turning it around. So very well done by him. The rotation early on mid as level 5 didn't really bring too much with it, just gave him the CM kill, but this one was huge. Getting that Dragon Knight kill is very, very important. Gives them a bit of time to get out on the map again, because now the pressure just is going to wane for 30 seconds, so the mid wave will be pushed all the way in. It's going to give a power rune over to the left.
Ari again, the toss back. Shackle hits. Beautifully done. Really good coordination from Ari. And the rest of OG. As it looks like Tomato ended up going for Orbit Corrosion. And now we'll be going Radiance into SNY.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Radiance, SNY. I just wonder if we're going to see Ags. Probably not this game. It's not particularly good.
Radiant's courier has been
Radiance
killed.
SNY Mjolnir?
What's that?
Mjolnir? Is that still just bad, or?
I mean, what was it ever bad? I just don't think you go Radiance and Mjolnir on the same hero.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Is that bad? Maybe it is.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember the last time I've seen that.
Radiant
Was there ever a time that Lifesteal would go Shiva as well?
Shiva?
I know it sounds crazy, but I feel like there was a phase in Dota where Lifestealers weren't buying Shiva against Naga.
Arena comes out from Whisper. Talk about your terrible build in just a moment. Whisper able to get out as Seb TP's into a Frostbite. Malrine getting some right clicks in will force them back, and now the tier 1 tower is going to be taking a lot of damage. The first Doom of the game. Amar, though, we see Tomato get off the Infest to give it a little bit of extra HP for BZM. So first Doom of the game not successful. And honestly, this is kind of what we've seen from Doom up until this point in the cast that we've had.
Yeah.
I don't know if his win rate's even good, but I feel like it may not have won a single game that we have cast.
And we've seen it. This is the second game we cast where it's ultimate last pick, right?
Yeah.
Like, the teams are really... They must feel like it's very good to grab it in this spot when they have every bit of information available and plenty of picks still that Amar could have run here. He still opted for that Doom.
So he's just rushing the Shivas, won't be stopping off with a Midas or anything like that. So more anti-heal.
Time to farm a fat stack here with crit. Farm the fat stack for fat stacks.
Yeah, pretty good.
And can they kill it in time? No. Scorched Earth is expiring. Oh, the Firefly still had just enough time left on it. Nice. All right. Big chunk of gold there.
Mark can get his plate mail, and then just the 1,000,000 gold recipe for the Shivas itself.
1,050 gold recipe.
Yeah, it's
What?
It's gotten out of hand.
I feel like there was a different way of nerfing this item.
Yeah, just make the item slightly worse, but keep the price. I mean, 2,000 recipe.
It's crazy.
What's the most expensive recipe in the game? Is that it?
Is that Refresher?
Refresher is like 1,800, isn't it?
It's 200. That's right. It's been changed because of the tiara.
Oh, all right. Yep.
This is the tiara
Different
now.
era. Of course.
What's the most expensive? It might just be this one, right? It's got to be.
Maybe.
Radiant's bottom tower
Potentially.
is under attack.
Wind Waker's 1,400.
Well, if you count Dagon 5 as 5 recipes.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
It's got to be
BZM with the Diabolic.
Radiant's bottom tower
Tier 1
has
tower
fallen.
for OG.
Dire's top tower
Sporting a
is
2K
under
lead
attack.
now.
Yeah.
I mean, is this a game where you think OG or Falcons need to have some sort of a lead at a certain point? I mean, I feel like Falcons feel very comfortable going late anyway because they got the Naga.
Radiant's middle tower
As
is
they got to
under
hold that thought, Tomato gets Dragon-tailed into the Doom, and he's dead. And I think this will be the main Doom target.
I think so too.
A lot of these fights.
I think they're more likely to be successful by dooming the lifestealer.
The only thing they can do is like a toss-back save, I guess, but it's not really reliable.
No. I guess Arena can create some good spacing too until BKBs come out. Just run away. And especially when Tomato gets the Sange component for the status resist, that will be making the time he needs to reset that much shorter. But ways to go for that, obviously. Radiance is still far from completed. And this starts getting a little bit concerning now for OG because Naga is going to ramp way faster. So Lifestealer was ahead of Naga the whole time. Now Skitter for the first time in this game, top net worth. And it's going to, for the most part, largely remain uncontested. Especially with how his team is playing. So the rest of Falcons are putting tons of pressure in the top half of the map most of the time. So you got to pick your poison for OG. Are you trying to shut down the Naga and making your own smoke moves and giving up ground top? We'll see. Oh, nothing yet.
And do you think that Radiance is enough to deal with the illusions? Do you need to, I mean, obviously there's the Pulse Nova, just inherently. Is there any, like, do you need a Shiva's against it? Do you need, like, how much itemization will go towards these illusions eventually? Because you know that they're going to come like you said, he's going to get to that point regardless.
I mean, I would imagine. So I was talking about the Lifestealer Shivas, right? But now that I look at it, I mean, why not just buy that on Lesh, right? But I think having a Shiva in their team will be very valuable. It has secondary benefits as well against like Dragon Knight and Doom. So I would think it is a plan eventually for BZM to grab that one. The thing that's so tricky about Naga is that it's not only about, okay, can you win a fight against the illusions, right? Because that's a way oversimplified way of looking at it. Ideally, what you want, okay, nice
counter
combo.
initiation. This was a bit of a bait as Whisper gets the spear onto Malrine. Reinforcements.
He's the
not
whole
coming.
team there.
Indeed.
The bigger thing about Naga, or equally big at least, is who can keep handling the trash all game. Because Lesh is obviously great for that reason. You have a low cooldown, zero cooldown in reality spell in the ult to just...
Man, Snake King's really fast.
Yeah, drums will do that.
Pretty good.
Drums plus nighttime.
I literally forgot that was a mechanic.
Yeah, it's
It's
an interesting one.
Yeah.
Obviously makes a difference there because the enemy team also have nighttime, but you get a percentage buff, so you get more. But yeah, against the Naga, the only real reliable zero commitment clear you have is the Lesh. The Radiance and Lifestealer is going to float for now, but when Naga gets like 4 items, it's...
Doom onto Lesh. You ain't healing.
Yeah,
You'll also keep him alive a little bit longer. Infernal Blade to follow. As Ahri is going to get the toss back, so they do get the Lesh. That is the very important kill. Tomato, bit of trouble. Gets off his rage, but now just has to run. No Infestus. Skeeter comes in with the song. Tomato's able to get out, but the remaining 3 not so lucky. Focus, of course, on the core, which is Mars. Whisper is dead. Seb literally just dies to illusions. And that's a 3 for nothing. That's the first fight that Skeeter's been a part of, and it's like it's just going to get harder from here.
Yeah, that's a big one to lose. That's a 3K gold swing.
Good attempt on the Infest, but
it's not enough.
yeah.
But this song is so clear. So, if he doesn't stop to song, the spear is actually going to save them all. But the spear from Whisper misses because Skitter stops moving in that exact spot, casting the Song of the Siren. And they get the 2 extras there. Simultaneous kills. This is starting to snowball a little bit. Tomato with the Radiance has a way to go.
Oh, he is going Maelstrom eventually, so he will be going both.
Orchid?
Yep, that's a problem.
They don't have Lasso, but they have
Yeah,
Dragon.
they have the Dragon Tail. Ouch. On the other side of the map, though, Amar does get picked off. But it's all about Tomato and that position 1 Lifestealer. And Amar has definitely bounced back despite that death. He's 3rd net worth. Let's see how much higher he is than Whisper on the Mars.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And we're getting close to that Roche timer as well, Cinderin.
Yep. Exciting stuff.
Snake King randomly run into by Whisper. Ahri comes in for the Avatos. And they'll get a freebie. Malrine will take the gate away.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Shiva's is finished for Amar. And only about 600 away from the blink. So Sange Kaya now onto BZM.
Right, so both cores with the status assist coming up. Lifestealer, I'm assuming we'll build the Sange first before the Yasha?
Most likely.
Let's see. I feel like he just has to. Sometimes you want to buy the Yasha first. It also keeps options open in case you want to deviate from Manta, but definitely not the case in this game. Smoke from OG, hoping to find something, but they're on the entirely wrong half of the map. There's absolutely nobody down here.
Yeah.
So, and it's being drawn as well by Crit, saying they're probably here, guys. And he's pretty much
dead on,
covering all 5 heroes within that whatever shape he drew there.
That looked like
an ellipsis.
No, it was more of the Deathly Hollows symbol, I think I'll go with. He's a big Harry Potter fan, of course.
Yep. Sure. The only other video game you've ever played.
Roshan. It was a good game, actually. Roshan comes to the Radiant side where OG is greeted by, and you can see the scan comes out, so Falcons are aware, but
they're not
getting here in time. This will be very good for OG. I assume BZM picks this up, but last time we saw Lesh core.
And most importantly, this will be very good for me because it's sub 22 again.
Oh, that's true. Damn.
We're starting to drop that average, Shannon. I can feel, that stake slipping away from you.
21-50. That didn't change since the last game.
It's definitely 21-58 by now.
Oh, Whisper takes the rune and will punish Crit for just even attempting to steal it.
Clutch. I say clutch. Okay, never mind. It's spawning now. I thought I saw it spawn ahead of him. In front of him, I mean. Starting to see things now. Seb will see his own death.
Frostbite will drop to the deck. So the Aegis did go to BZM. That's good to see. Has the Bullwhip item, by the way, which they finally got rid of that animation.
Yep.
So you can just run freely, which makes it even better for Lesh.
And he can use it while doomed. It's an item, so he can create some distance.
Alright, quick blink. He is infested right now. Very thick boy, 3k HP. Likely gonna try for an Avatos, but can you get the opening? Nope, Amar's gonna get the opening. Gets Avatos there. Lifestealer pops out. Tomato not really able to find a clean connection. Instead, he gets lassoed and brought back into the Doom, and Snare's there as well. Trying to surround him with Crit, who gets tossed up at the end. The Illusion's doing a lot to work with, but
is he dying?
Is it enough?
No, he's fine.
Will just barely live.
All right, that's very good for OG.
Indeed.
They're going to take advantage of this, try to push down mid. They even have a barrier rune on the Mars.
Oh, Song. Skeeter.
I always call it barrier rune.
Disrupted his farm. The barrier rune?
Yeah, I don't know. I always call it barrier rune. Shield rune.
Much World of Warcraft for you.
It's a barrier. It's a concept. It's what it's called in this game too.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
A lot of World of Warcraft. What I said isn't wrong, okay?
You have no idea whether there's anything called a barrier in that game.
Okay, considering how many things are in that game, yes. I will state my reputation.
I don't actually think there's anything called a barrier.
I guarantee it.
In Last Epoch, however.
That's not how you say it, apparently.
No, that's right. Oh yeah, I need to do my American pronunciation of words, so it's Last Epoch.
Yeah, I don't know why
we found that out. Wonderful. Great job, America. You've done it again. Ahri gonna gate bottom with an infested Lifestealer looking for trouble.
Oh, Skeeter, he doesn't have Song this time.
This could be a really big find. Oh,
wait, they don't want to go for it.
Okay.
Orchid, trying to bait this in potentially. Pops out the Lifestealer with the Rage, focusing on Malrine to start things out. But he's inside the arena. Whisper with a nice spear as well. That actually hits Snake King. Come to think that
no way he's getting out.
Trying to get through the gate. He does!
Oh my God.
He gets through somehow, and Snake King will be the only kill they find.
Aside from Crit.
Aside from Crit.
And Crit's Courier.
Skater.
He does have TP. No!
Oh, the spear. Uh-oh, 42 seconds on the song. This is going to be a slow death for Skeeter, but pops the conjure. He's not going to be able to get out of this. There's no way. Spear, that would have been hilarious if that pushed him up the stairs and he ran away, but that is a huge kill for OG. Absolutely ginormous.
And ironically, their Skitter could have actually survived if he waited with Orchiding another 2 seconds. He Orchided and then he had cooldown on TP for another 1.5 seconds, and then when he starts the TP, the Orchid expires on the Mars. But from his perspective, he might be like, if I don't Orchid this guy, I'm just going to get speared and they're coming in and killing me. But Mars was alone for a while, so he could have escaped that one. Really nice sequence from OG here. They got so much out of this. They get the bot tier 2. They get really aggressive placement on the map. Amar is drawing... Don't know. Okay, that one I understand. That means top. This one means they are in their base. Teams are communicating very efficiently through drawings here. I'm still trying to interpret Amar's two... I don't even know what they were.
Lines?
Those are not lines.
Tomato. They still have this Aegis on BZM for a little bit more. 30 seconds. Not sure if they can get full use out of it. A couple scans coming out now. And OG, I think, yeah, they're going to play this a bit conservatively. Tomato now with the SNY and still opting for the Mjolnir. So it's all about killing these illusions. Well, maybe it was a fake back. Infest is there. Whisper will show himself on an illusion. And Ari is basically the vessel for the Lifestealer. I feel like so far these Infest spawns have been a little odd. I don't know what he's waiting for. Maybe some spells to be used on Tiny before he pops out, but...
Yeah.
It's like he's been showing, and then he pops out like 5 seconds later. So he has the Radiance disabled right now, just in case. As the Arena, Whisper, find the connection onto crit.
Boom.
He gets bursted. That's the Infest Bomb. Now the tier 2 tower will go OG's way. Skeeter cutting the waves. That's why it's his patented hero. Seen this many a time.
He actually patented the strategy of cutting waves as well.
I think so too.
Yep.
And BZM is going to poke at the high ground with his Diabolic.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is...
And do they not have fort?
They did not have Glyph.
Wow, they didn't. That's true.
And nobody was interested in defending that. So a tower in the base now suddenly for OG, really blowing this wide open. This was meant to be the time for Falcons when they could perhaps start taking a little bit of charge on the map, especially with how the fight around the mid-game, mid-lane happened. They found those kills in the song and really started pulling back, but OG with a very good sequence are now 3K up. Early Roche spawn is in 1 minute and 15.
And Bloodthorn now for Skeeter.
Yeah, a huge damage increase for this hero. All the illusions doing so much damage with that Bloodthorn proc. And I guess there's no dispels on the enemy team, right? There's the Yules on Lesh and the... Yeah, Yules on Lesh and the BKB. And the BKB on Mars, but that's it. They don't have any Lotus. Lifestealer doesn't have Manta. So he's still exposed.
So Snake King uses Freezing Field.
Oh, actually, there's a Lotus on Sep. Wow, okay, they actually do have quite good solutions, so never mind that. He just picked this up.
And Ari is going... Or sorry, Whisper's going for Yules as well.
Illusion bait by Malrine. Will detect the Tiny.
And 20 seconds we'll know when this Rosh-off will occur. And for OG, it's a bit scary. The Song of Siren, historically, used in that Roche Pit area, very, very scary to contend with.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Instant D-ward here by Tomato. That did not get to stick around very long.
And it's a 53-second Roche.
Crit.
Crit
Oh,
will get the wisdom
sneaky.
this time. It'll cost him his life again.
Well, that time he got it.
And that gives BZM his Bloodstone.
Yep, doesn't help against Doom. If he is the target.
If he does doom him, yeah. I mean, we might see a refresher not too far off for Amar. What is he going for now? He has it in his quick buy, as you said, so it's always on his mind.
He can't use it yet. He has to get Octarine first. He doesn't have the mana pool.
But you do have Crystal Maiden, Cinderin. Just wait 30 seconds, you'll have mana.
Yeah. When Maiden has level 50 aura, I think you can probably skip refresh.
That's a good 25 talent. That would be kind of a cool talent. It's just like make your Arcane Aura absurdly good. I like that. At what point would it be too OP? That's the real question. As Tomato now at the BKB. So 2 ways to get magic immune. You rage, then you BKB, then just enough time. Well, it's close to get the rage off again. Not too far off, at least. Not too much downtime.
He doesn't have to rely on teammates to remove the Bloodthorn. But even if he gets Bloodthorn, he can still Ogre Seal Totem while the Ensnare is midair, so he might not even need to BKB for that, if he's fast enough to react.
Malorine. Initiation onto Whisper.
Okay,
Doomed.
they are not messing around.
His team is coming. He pops the BKB as well. We'll get to the high ground.
Right.
He might just live through this. And OG, they're looking for a fight. Partial smoke on Seb and BZM as they head towards the pit area. And Amar and company, without the Doom ultimate, means that this fight is not gonna happen. Malorine does get out, but this means Roche #2 for OG. And this is the banner. Let's see if they've learned from all of our great commentary over the last couple weeks.
I feel like we haven't concluded anything.
I concluded on day 1.
Okay, what's the conclusion?
You don't use it right away.
You save it until you have 2. That's right.
No. Well, yeah, you can. You save it for when you have a full lane.
Okay.
And then if you don't, if you're behind, then you can use it in the lane that you've lost the barracks.
So you're saying never use banner unless there's been a Raxing.
Yes, of some kind.
Okay.
Correct. It's just not worth it. These creeps are not that strong when you buff them.
Yeah.
Unless
I
they
can
have
see
another
it.
buff.
I can see it. You're quite smart after all, and a game designer.
That's true. Anyone can be a game designer, though.
Yeah. Jenkins is also a game designer.
Yeah, that's where I was leading. Very close game. This is the closest game we've had in 2 days. Oh, God. Why? Why? Okay. Well, one benefit of this is that it's not obvious the creeps are buffed, because you have to click them. Maybe you notice now. I don't know.
Okay, here's the downside to this. You're against Naga, who can literally just send her illusions to the flag.
Yeah, but I don't think they care enough.
That's true.
That's something we've learned in this
So it's
tournament.
actually next level.
Pros-
They're trying to bait Naga to miss a creep wave to kill the flag.
How much is the flag worth? Today, you'll learn that
Oh, high
as
ground for
BZM
OG.
high ground, yeah, and Falcons. Are they just going to give this up? Fortification comes out.
They are sacking it.
Yeah,
I think.
that looks to be the case.
Okay.
As there's the flag being taken out. That's
guess-
200 gold. Wow.
Yeah, so now that the flag is down, they don't care about this lane, because now they can't use the flag on the lane.
I guess so. BZM gets an absolute free set of racks. Skeeter, okay, they find the initiation.
Bloodstone.
This is the Aegis, remember. Bloodstone activated. BZM gets off the Split Earth with that shard. He's going to get Infernal Bladed now, getting pretty low. Skeeter with the BKB now. They will get the first life. Song of Siren.
That's the end of this play. They have nothing in the tank. I think OG can keep going. That was Lasso. It was Song.
They'll
It was
certainly
BKB on Naga. If they protect BZM well here with Tomato as well as a Lotus Orb. Snaking gonna kill Maelstrom.
Okay.
Very random.
Very cool courier kill at the 33-minute mark. Somewhat impactful. Tower dealt a bit of damage by OG. They don't have the Aegis any longer. Do they want to continue this push? Malrine is about 1,000 away from Black Dragon, which will be an enormous power spike for Falcons.
Yeah.
Of course, not showing any components yet, but I'm sure OG knows that he's on his way to building it at the very least.
Yeah, he's had his other items for quite a while, so.
There's a damage rune top. But Lesh would love to have that.
Wait, can Amar actually go Refresher because he found a Dandelion's Amulet? I think he can. The Dandelion Amulet gives him 300 mana. This is the highest mana you can get on a neutral item, tier 3. I think this mana pool is enough. Hang on, so...
Now the Arcane Aura really comes into play, Center, if it's close.
Well, the Doom is 300, your BKB is 50, and the Shiva is 75. So that combo is 425.
Okay.
And then you probably want to use Scorched Earth as well, and an Infernal Blade. So that's like 560. And then you refresh. Yeah, you actually still can't. It's still not enough.
You could just double Doom, though.
Yeah, but then you're not. Then you don't have any other spells.
Oh,
that's
maybe that's enough.
Sure.
Falcons looking for a fight. Malrine gets the opening connection onto Ahri. Lasso is expended as well. Seb throws out the power shot as Whisper coming in with an Arena onto 3. BZM, the BKB, Pulse Nova, Split Earth, hits on 2. They get the Bat Rider, buys back instantly though. Malrine could also buy back, but no Dragon Form to work with. So double kill for BZM, as now Falcons on the retreat. Skeeter getting pretty close to his butterfly now. Lots of AoE from OG.
A problem with this fight for Falcons is that Naga is not part of the initial move, so they don't have the burst damage for the Tiny, so they have to start committing multiple heroes when Naga Illusions alone could have handled that with a lasso.
Yep. Oh, Ahri finds the real Naga. Song of Siren is up. Skeeter's gonna get glimmered to the high ground.
They're chasing.
Whisper, indeed. Doesn't get the hit. Now Skeeter way too fast. I think he's just gonna buy the full butterfly here pretty soon without buyback.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, the Mars isn't going a right-click build, but in terms of like right-clicking the illusions, Lifestealer does not really want to buy MKB.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But might have to.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Or, yeah, actually, this Bloodthorn isn't going to help against the illusions of the Naga. Only against the one target.
Middle tower is under attack.
This is a huge timing for Falcons, by the way. They just got Axe on Dragon Knight and Butterfly on Naga at the same time. So major upgrade. Doom is close to Refresher as well, so he will get it.
Okay.
Curious to see how he's going to manage the mana here.
Dire's bottom tower is
Are you sure? He just bought Octarine.
Yep, never mind. He put in his quick buy after buying Octarine. All right, well, he did the math too, clearly.
Okay. Well, he'll get to do more often. Tomato will be greeted by the Black Dragon now. Ahri trying to go for the toss back, but it's a creep instead. As the Gale Force bringing Malrine back into the arena, pinned as well. But the song, is it going to save the Dragon Knight? No. Down goes Malrine. And now it's a 5v4 situation for OG. Tomato, a little bit of a premature BKB where Ogre steal away. Gets Lasso now after the fact into the Doom. The Yules is applied right now. But I think they have enough to... Another Yules, all right. But I do believe the Lifestealer is dead. So it ends up being a 1-for-1, but a nice shackle onto Mars. Going to force out his BKB. Snake King going to drop of his own accord. Will buy back instantly. Flame Break connecting onto 2 is Skeeter. Still trying to have some impact here. As BZM pretty much out of mana. There's the Ensnare. Snake King. Frostbite to follow it up. Ahri with the full Avatos onto Amar. Will not be bursted down this time. Instead, Seb will be by Skeeter's pure right clicks with all the illusions. And now the surrounding. Wind Waker, though, gonna keep BZM out of harm's way for the time being, but the Frostbite again from Snake King. That was actually the Crystal Clone, and then the Frostbite. Avatos again from Ahri. This time it's enough to finish off Crit. But yet another Frostbite. Frostbite's being used 20 times this fight, I do believe.
Frostbite.
As Skeeter continuing to try to chase. Gets the Ensnare into BZM. As Ahri is eventually finished off. Skeeter with the Ensnare in 2 seconds, but BZM does find the distance. will eventually get out of dodge.
Really nice plays from both teams there. The initiation on the Dragon Knight was great from OG, but quick response to find that from Crit. Lasso Lifestealer into the Doom. Despite the 2 Wind Waker saves, he still gets killed. And Falcons defend their top racks. Roche is alive in anything between 0 to 3 minutes. Let's see.
Frostbite was used 9 times in that fight.
Does that count the...
And Crystal Clone was used 4 times.
Okay, so that's not even...
That is absurd. That is actually absurd. 13 Frostbites.
He has the cast range talent for Frostbite, and it's a 6-second cooldown. So, there's quite a lot of time.
I think it's worth trying to target him since he just bought back. If they can find the connection, he dies very fast, of course. Ooh, Whisper. He's going to be spotted by Malrine with that terrain walk. Another Wind Waker being used as BZM. Going to put a Split Earth all the way on the other side. His Crit will die to Whisper first. Gets off the arena. The song is placed by Skeeter. Tomato's BKB still going. The Doom applied now to Tomato. We'll try to walk it off. Rebuke from Whisper. As the Yule's onto Amar's going to force out his BKB into the Shivas as well as the Illusions, just decimating Seb. Gets the Lotus apply, but eventually burns down. Snaking on the high ground. Spear will cancel it. That's the dieback for the CM. And the gem. Not sure if they noticed.
I think Whisper went back for it there. Yeah. So he will claim that.
Oh, Skeeter still on the high ground here. The enemy triangle. This fight's not over yet. Orchid. And Skeeter's going to try to run away. As Tomato with the rage. Amar was trying to back him up. Skeeter, very aggressive play. Might be punished now. Rebuke. No song, of course. They should be able to burst him down here eventually. And Tomato gets the kill. I have no idea what he was doing there, but huge kill for OG. That was really cocky.
Yeah, I mean, they have this aggressive ward down there, right, at the enemy jungle. So maybe he was assuming, based on the vision, that they were already split off, and he was trying to get a quick pick and then backing off. It's one of those moments where, from our perspective, it just looks like a total blunder, but in reality, the information he had, that could have just as well turned into a good play where he gets a quick pick on Tiny and goes back. But OG were still sticking around the neighborhood. That is a great kill for them. Still a very even game. These Wind Wakers are proving to be a massive problem for Falcons, though.
2 Lotuses, 2 Wind Wakers.
Yep. I wonder if Ari will be buying one as well as his next item. It's very expensive, but it's very good.
Are scanning.
Tomato has had that tier 4 in his inventory for almost a minute and has not chosen it.
Uh-oh.
And it's been...
Can you choose a neutral item while you're infested? I think you can't.
Oh, that might be why. That's true.
Oh, he's wearing your jacket.
Snake King spotted out, dead again, 60 seconds. So random.
Dire's top tower is under
OG finding a little momentum now.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And the Naga is the real prize, of course. Skeeter is going
Nice
to
try.
out.
Oh, that was actually very close from Seb. If he finds that connection, Whisper will come over and find him in the trees as well.
Dire's top tower
That could
is
have
under
almost
attack.
just ended the game, actually. I think Naga wouldn't have had buyback there, or maybe? Does he have enough? Okay, he does have surplus now. But scary stuff. Not much margin for error now for Skitter. Roche number 3.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yep, so Refresher Shard will drop for OG's side.
Probably put on... Well, Mars already has the orb, so Lesh, I guess, for a second round of BKB and Wind Waker and Shiva, maybe?
Dire's top tower is under
I suppose. Yeah, don't leave it in the pit, boys.
Okay.
Shit, I don't have space. Let me drop this banner.
Yep, easy choice.
Ari doesn't have space either. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm keeping a close look.
All right, let's see where he puts this banner.
It's got Ninja here.
Just put it in the neutral camps.
It has been planted by the Dire.
Okay.
Bottom lane.
Right next to the Dragon Knight. That's good placement. There we go.
Okay, that is,
Very
without
good.
a doubt, the worst usage we have seen in this tournament.
The players genuinely do not give a shit about that item. They just want to get it out of their inventory.
It was better to destroy it. He just gave 200 gold to DK.
This is true.
Literally all he did. Okay, so this one is a little bit... I get what they're trying to do, because they want to push mid and top, and they want the banner to push bottom, but I think in this kind of situation, you're better off putting it mid where you have the super creeps, like you said, to make that wave really strong and force Falcons to spend more resources there.
Of course. It's objectively the correct choice. If you're going to put it down then, has to be mid lane.
Skitter finally gets level 20, minute 44 on his Naga, and Skitter is toast.
Yes. Surrounded. Pops the
Maybe
BKB
not.
and Song.
Oh, he actually got the
Trying to
BKB off.
TP out, and he will get through somehow.
I thought they got the stun off on him before he BKB'd the first time, then he's just gone. But quick reaction will keep him alive. Stole the wisdom, got out.
The fact that this net worth lead is dead even is insane.
Well, it's Doom and Naga in the same team, so there's going to be gold.
Yes, this is accurate.
Question is what the actual value is of this net worth in terms of output and fights. I'd argue that each gold on the Leshrac is worth more than each gold on the Naga when it comes to straight-up team fights.
That crit will get his worthless shard. What that does is it increases your net worth by 1,400.
Yeah, it makes your buyback more expensive.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he could just go and kill a Roshan's banner and make up for that with the extra 200. He can cover that difference. All right, Naga committing here for the synth. No buyback on Skitter.
Okay.
He will now have Ensnare that pierces spell immune or sleeping units and reel in. I don't know, this text actually doesn't make sense anymore. You can already ensnare people in Song, right?
Can you?
Yeah.
Or sleeping unit. Well, maybe sleeping. Okay, we'll have to hold that thought. Amar gets off the Doom and now has to run away.
He can refresh BKB.
Yeah, he's going to have to. He
He's
refreshes,
too
but the
slow.
avalanche toss and the right clicks of Tomato with the Ghoul Frenzy applied.
Oh.
Amar, second BKB. Needs his blink up in 1 second.
He's actually-
Will be fine. Whisper being chased meanwhile, gets off his arena. But Crit gets the blink and the lasso, but no connection yet from his team because the arena is blocking them off. Now BZM coming in. Split Earth onto the high ground. As Whisper still being pursued. Ensnare is there, gets off a rebuke. The Lotus now applied. Breathe Fire as well. He finally will go down. And the Song comes out. And then shortly after, Skeeter dies. And that is the no buyback as you talked about. The shackle onto the DK. Power shot as well. As Malrine gets to the high ground and dies there. OG finding the fights they need to try to extend this to a game number 3.
Man, the name of the game just seems to be heroes are just hard to kill.
Yeah.
It's crazy how difficult these kills are against the Wind Wakers, against the BKB refreshers, all the armor from the Shivas that they have. But OG do manage to get the better trade here. This should be a second lane minimum. DK can buy back and probably force them out of the base.
Oh, Ari gets the Ava toss in the back, and that's the buyback, like you said, from the DK. Lasso onto the Lesh. Crit is going to get right-clicked down by Tomato, not able to get to the fountain. And now the Gale Force onto Amar, glitching out. Typical animation there. Amar will be able to step away, but the
No
barracks
Doom now.
being consumed by the focus fire. And Tomato's right clicks, 2 racks for OG.
Yep.
Imagine if they had both banners.
Oh,
Oh, Dragon
I
Tail
don't
from
even want to
Malrine.
think about it. That sounds unfair. Better use them early.
Better give the other team 200 gold.
Yeah.
And OG still with the Aegis, so no need to back off, but
Yep. And
playing a bit disciplined.
they know Amar doesn't have Doom. He just threw it on BZM, who survived with the Wind Waker. So,
Yep,
poking and
Tomato
prodding here.
has the open wounds now. It's getting slowed perpetually, though. Dragon Tail applied. There's the Lotus.
Aegis
The
expired.
Aegis expires as BZM, stuck on the higher ground, slowed to a crawl, but the Wind Waker gets him to the low ground.
This item
Will OG
has
continue?
really risen in popularity. It is
It's a great item.
something.
Skeeter with the damage rune. Don't be mistaken with the voice line saying double damage. Which only 1.8x. But OG now with a pretty sizable lead. I mean, 8K is not that dramatic, but the
It's
two
not
lanes
about
are racked.
It's not about gold. This is all about map control and about who gets the jump. 8k gold means absolutely nothing almost.
Crit. As the Blink Lasso. As a
Doom.
Doom somewhere. Oh, it's on the Lesh.
That's a
BZM
big
all alone.
fight.
He is dead. Tomato going on the right clicks onto Amar. The Doom comes out onto him now as BZM buys back into the game. The Lasso now onto Whisper. Lotus supply, but there's the song from Skeeter to reset. As Falcons, I'm not sure if they want to continue to fight. Here's the Doom. About to end now on Tomato.
Oh.
The spear not going to connect as Falcon. Oh, Skeeter does get stuck inside the arena. We'll pop the BKB now. Does he actually want to fight this, though? The second arena coming out for Whisper. As Skeeter at half HP gets tossed into the air, speared into the arena. Down goes the Naga for 80 seconds. That is likely the opening for OG. As BZM taking full advantage of that buyback. Oh, he just got buyback now.
Just got the gold.
But it might not matter. Megas are coming the way of OG. And they're going to try to go for the throne. See if they can set something up for the buyback onto the Naga Siren. As Tomato getting gone up, but Ari gets the Avatos, the shackle onto the illusion, but along with Snake King, and that's the bigger kill. He buys back instantly. Abyssal Blade from Tomato. Apply to Amar. All he can do is pop Shivas and die. Oh, the Lasso, though. BZM gets into the fountain. This is going to be a dieback for him. Huge kill for Falcons as they buy back again onto Amar. So 5 versus 4. Dragon Tail now onto Whisper. I've seen this before for Falcons where they go for the win. It's Whisper, Infernal Bladed, Orchided up, brought down as well. Does have buyback, though.
Oh,
it's a 5v4,
shit, this is actually not over.
Falcons will likely just try to go down mid.
Naga is a really good hero in this specific situation because she can push multiple lanes at the same time while you're going down mid. So the timer that's on your base while you're trying to end, it's a little less tight. Oh boy, and they have Dragon Knight Mantis that they can send to the side lanes. They have Travels.
Yeah, they have 85 seconds where they know this Lesh is not alive, for sure.
Okay, so what OG need to not do here is commit hard into a fight that they lose. They need to poke, prod, stun, delay them, try for a toss into tier 4s maybe. If
I
Ari
think
has
Falcons
buyback.
are going to skip this and go for the tier 4s now, and that's exactly what's happening.
Shit.
There's the Lasso initiation onto Tomato. He's already at half HP, gets pinned, but finally gets the Lotus overapplied. Uses, okay, they get the song off from Skeeter as the first arena comes through from the buyback. But the Mars already at half HP. He's getting decimated inside his own arena. Tomato looks to be next, gets forced out to the other side, tossed up by Ari, but it's all for naught. He dies, buys back instantly. Amar refreshes, and 3 dead for OG. And now it's a 5 versus 2 situation for Falcons as they are going for the win. Fortification and likely the last one for OG now for the rest of this game. They don't even have to go for the hero kills if they don't want to. Amar, he's going to get Abyssal Blade, getting a little bit too aggressive. Tomato doing quite a bit of damage. Dragon Tail applied, the rage runs out, has to pop his BKB and try to go back to base. He's getting reeled in! The literal worst ability in the game from Skeeter being used. The tier 4s are down, the Ancient fully exposed, focus fire on the Skeeter. He's just ignoring everybody. The Ancient will go down for Falcons if they just ignore everything and they win it. Unbelievable. I cast the game at